Welcome to the world of Arma Reforger, a military simulation game that puts players in the boots of a soldier fighting in a fictional conflict. Developed by Bohemia Interactive, Arma Reforger aims to provide players with a realistic and immersive experience that is both challenging and rewarding. Bohemia Interactive is known for its realistic military simulation games, with the Arma series being one of its most popular franchises. Arma Reforger is the latest installment in the series, building upon the foundation laid by its predecessors to deliver an even more authentic military experience. Arma Reforger is set in a fictional conflict between two fictional countries, with players taking on the role of a soldier fighting on the front lines. The game's lore is rich and detailed, with a backstory that sets the stage for the intense and immersive gameplay that follows. Arma Reforger features realistic gameplay that is designed to simulate the experience of being a soldier in a modern conflict. Players will engage in tactical combat, complete missions, and work together with their teammates to achieve victory. The game's realistic ballistics, vehicle mechanics, and squad-based gameplay set it apart from other military shooters on the market. Arma Reforger features stunning graphics that bring its fictional world to life. The game's environments are detailed and realistic, with dynamic weather effects adding to the immersion. The game's music is also well done, with a score that enhances the game's atmosphere and adds to the overall experience. Arma Reforger excels in creating a tense and immersive atmosphere that puts players right in the middle of the action. From the sound of gunfire to the sight of explosions, the game does an excellent job of making players feel like they are part of a real military operation. As a fan of military simulation games, I found Arma Reforger to be a challenging and immersive experience. The game's realistic gameplay and attention to detail make it a standout title in the genre, and I highly recommend it to anyone looking for a realistic military simulation experience. Pros: realistic gameplay. Arma Reforger offers a highly realistic military simulation experience, with authentic weapons, vehicles, and tactics. Players must use real-world strategies to succeed, adding depth and immersion to the gameplay. Large-scale battles. The game features large-scale battles with up to hundreds of AI-controlled units, creating epic and dynamic battlefield scenarios. This scale adds a sense of realism and chaos to the game's combat. Detailed environments. The game's environments are highly detailed and realistic, featuring diverse terrain types and weather effects. This attention to detail enhances the immersion and realism of the game world. Tactical depth. Arma Reforger offers a high level of tactical depth, with players needing to consider factors such as terrain, weather, and enemy movements when planning their strategies. This depth adds a layer of complexity to the gameplay. Modding support. The game has a strong modding community, with a wide range of user-created content available. This extends the game's lifespan and adds replay value, as players can constantly discover new mods and missions. Cons: steep learning curve. Arma Reforger has a steep learning curve, with complex controls and gameplay mechanics that can be difficult for newcomers to the series to master. This can be intimidating for players looking for a more casual gaming experience. Performance issues. The game is known to have performance issues, especially in large-scale battles or when using mods. This can lead to lag and frame rate drops, impacting the overall gameplay experience. Limited single-player content. While the game offers a rich multiplayer experience, the single-player content is somewhat limited. This may disappoint players who prefer to play solo or who are looking for a more narrative-driven experience. AI behavior. The AI in Arma Reforger can be inconsistent, with enemies sometimes exhibiting unrealistic behavior or failing to respond appropriately to player actions. This can detract from the immersion and challenge of the game. Complexity. Some players may find the game's level of complexity to be overwhelming, especially when it comes to managing inventory, commanding units, and planning missions. This complexity can be a barrier to entry for some players. In conclusion, Arma Reforger is a must-play for fans of military simulation games. Its realistic gameplay, stunning graphics, and immersive atmosphere combine to create an experience that is both challenging and rewarding. If you're looking for a realistic military simulation experience, look no further than Arma Reforger.